Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, don't look. It's hideous. There we go. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Starbug. Welcome on in. Mud and Clay, how are you doing? Hey, welcome in on everyone. Real Chicken Meister, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Manako Queen, I'm sorry. It's only Friday Eve. Diawick, hope you're doing well. You need to... It'll be Friday. Just hold your breath. We're almost there. Semi, how you doing? Starbug, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. You're here for the emotion. Yeah. The seething is about to begin. I hope you had a great stream. How was you were wrapping up with another pink marine, it looked like. What were you up to? Hey, if you're not following Starbug, it's too late to click that heart icon, but click on the name, give a follow, check out the next stream. Usually, oh, weird. Usually doing some miniature painting, which is always fun to watch, or sometimes playing Tamagotchi games or a variety of other things. Sometimes drawing hand turkeys. So definitely want to check out Starbug. Very nice to just hang out and chill. And has the cutest little Tamagotchi, what do you call them? Subscriber badges. Just saying. Mud and Clay, thank you so much for the streak. Hold on, I'm backed up here. Oh, you're exhausted. I'm sorry. It's been a week, hasn't it? I don't get any respite. I don't get any respite until Monday. I'm not going to get a chance to get a breather until Monday, which is kind of frightening for me. By the way,
Witch's brew.
Oh, that's really quiet. Can you hear that?
Witch's brew.
Okay, it's pretty audible, right? The witch's brew.
Witch's brew.
All right, hold on. Let's take care of Mud and Clay here first while I'm like scrambling. It's pretty soft. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's because it's down to 50%.
Witch's brew.
There we go. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's do Mud and Clay here first. All right. Multi-Street 25. Again, don't forget to go follow Starbug, please. All right, so Mud and Clay, thank you so much for the 25 stream streak. We're going to celebrate with 25 naked frogs running across the bottom of the stream. Here we go. Let's go, streakers. There they go. Look at them go. So naked, so happy, so carefree. Thank you so much for the 25 stream streak with one to grow. Okay. So, Twitch announced, you know, there's this whole channel reward thing where you can do like Gigantify and emote and those three. That's been kind of the standard for a while. Apparently they're opening it up to basically anything at this point. And they're doing a beta test. I put in my name yesterday. We already got selected. So I have 2 new channel rewards available now. One is, wow, look at all those Gojos. That's a lot of dumping going on right here.
Counter dumper, counter dumper, counter dumper.
Darvik, thank you so much for the subscription. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the dumpers and the subscription. Aw. Oh, we got more naked frogs. You did it for the dumpers. I appreciate it. You know, there's a lot of dumping going on Twitch, but this may be one of the better dumpers. I appreciate that. We got another streak to celebrate here. Okay, Monaco Queen, thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. Let's go. 15 more naked frogs. Let's go, streakers. Oh, you got a fairy. You got a Gojo and a fairy. The fairy is like 1 in 1,000 chance. And one to grow. Thank you so much, Monaco Queen. Wow. Okay. Yelmon Plays, how you doing? Give it a few and more for all right, more frogs. Thank you for the follow too. I appreciate that. We have anonymous follows here, so feel free to say hello, or if you prefer to lurk, it's all quite wonderful. So thank you. Oh, you got to clean brushes. Okay. Thank you. I want to hear the story behind the... Ooh, banana split. Nice. I want to hear the story behind the pink marine. Is that for Amu, maybe? Yeah, you got the fairy. But that's the... Listen! Okay. So again, Twitch has instituted like more channel redeems. I know, Sammy. I don't know what's going wrong. Sorry. Everyone else is getting red rupees. You know, red rupees, red apples. Same. I reset the T points or the bonk points. Well, the red yarn is kind of like a red apple. Okay, what else? Oh, so I added the Witch's Brew. If you're not familiar with the Witch's Brew, it's an old joke from Homestar Runner. It's an old joke from Homestar Runner where he had this thing about
Witch's Brew.
The Witch's Brew. Anyway, Witch's Brew is basically my version of Hydrate. But that doesn't count for water. So I do have the Witch's Brew here today. So we're going to be doing that. Also, I have the wheel hooked up. So if you want me to change from the current project, you can use that channel point redeem to get me to spin the wheel. If we spin the wheel, we will do whatever the wheel lands on for 60 minutes. Or until everyone screams for mercy. So, and my question to you all down here is what rewards to add. So the point behind these is that they are bit driven. Now you had to be very careful about what you can do for bits, right? Like there can't be like an exchange of goods and services. It can't be like, you know, send me a sticker. At least I don't think it can be. It gets kind of dicey. But if there's things that you would say like, hey, add this as a reward, then let me know. You want me to finish this project? Yeah, someone please spin the wheel. You wasn't sure if it was Witch's Brew or Witch is Blue. Yeah. In the wiki, it's spelled brew with a umlaut UE. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, with this project, we're on the we're doing the back extensions. So we finally deciphered yesterday that we were supposed to cut the yarn and just hop over to the back and do some rows. So that's what we're currently doing. Oh, there's no one. Hold on, we got another streak. Are we ready? Okay. The Almond Plays. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. We've got another set of Naked Frogs coming. I hope you're all ready. Let's go, streakers. Ooh, that's manual. There we go. And one to grow. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. The Almond Plays. You know, I keep saying the Almond Plays. Do you have a preferred, smaller way to say your name? I'm happy saying the Almond Plays, but just in case, I should probably ask. Almom. All right. Almom it is. There we go. Kaz, how are you doing? Happy almost Friday-ish. There we go. Nice, short, to the point. That's why my shortcut for my emotes is can't. How do you sum up Kantar? It's can't. One of the funnier things that we discovered about that is when Brian reads the TTS for the emotes, it sounds like counta. So instead of can't or canta, it comes across as counter. So like you do can't a hug, it sounds like counter hug, which I guess is like don't you dare hug me. I don't know. Counter hug, counter hug. Okay, this feels something's wrong here. Remember when the 15-minute meeting became an hour? Today the 30-minute meme became an hour 15. I'm so sorry. You can't sum them up? I'm sorry, Monaco Queen. Is this what is causing this meeting inflation? I'm guessing you aren't the problem here. Is this someone like grossly underestimating the time it takes to actually do the thing? Or software, you're looking to replace the garbage software. You're the most tagged. Oh, so you have to explain a lot. Oh no. Well then, who's the person that keeps scheduling these things for an unrealistic amount of time? And have they not clued in? I mean, this is an on-off button. What does it do? You shouldn't press it. Do not press button. You probably have to repeat yourself a lot. You can't, that's right. Don't push button. This is not a cup holder, points to CD tray. They don't make the CD drives anymore. They don't come standard in computers. Yesterday was the auto calendar telling you 15 minutes, and the business we are looking into an hour. Oh, and the business you're looking into an hour to pitch to us. Oh. Okay. Yikes. Today was, I have a meeting at 11:30 from the executive director. And at like 12:15, I was like, oh, it's that late already? You missed her other meeting. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just shows you how they're back in the day, for all you youngins, back in the day, your mouse used to actually have a physical ball in it. A track mouse ball, right? There was a ball inside your mouse instead of a laser. And occasionally you would have to open that up and clean out the gunk on the rollers that detected the movement of the ball. And so then there were a bunch of whole jokes about like handling your mouse's balls and things like that. So, that goes way back in the day. First time your friend's dad dared to start a PC for the first time, he pressed the power button and then there was a power. That'll teach you never to do anything. Starbug, thank you again. Welcome back. You love the purple? Oh, nice. Yeah, we're in the purple phase here. You were comparing some hopefuls to visit for Easter. One texted you and started talking sexually. Really? Well, that's awkward, I'm assuming. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's actually two purples here, right? There's kind of like a bluish purple, and then we get to like a reddish purple. Yeah. Anyone remember cleaning mouse balls? An overdone yolk and a hard-boiled egg. That's a pretty close description. It's about that size and about that color. Yeah, good old mouse balls. One of the reasons you're dead set on this software is quite a few of your employees are not tech savvy like all, and the UI is simplistic. Okay. Also because it does hopefully everything that you need instead of paying 3 to 4 businesses to do pieces. Yeah, that's probably better, right? There's a lot to be said for simplistic UIs. You know what software does not have a simplistic UI? Deltek. Deltek's UI is probably one of the worst in the world. You remember the mechanical mice? They were quite a thing. Years from now, we're going to find out that mice balls were like they're going to be worth thousands of dollars for some stupid reason. Pink Guy's capturing your squad of the Emperor's Children. That army is normally very bright pink, but you muted the pinks. Okay. More of a serious pink for the leader. Got it. You used to tell people you were spitting on your ball when you had to clean the mouse ball. Yeah, at some point your mouse would just get a little bit kind of wonky. It wouldn't be as responsive when you were moving it around. And that was your sign that it was time to open it up and clean out the mouse. You don't think you cleaned any mouse balls? In your day, you just clapped erasers? Good old clapping erasers. That was fun to do when the teacher was like, who wants to clean out the erasers? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You remember the big 5.5 floppy disks? I still have some of those around here somewhere. I forget where I stashed them. Probably over there. Anyway. Use VSI. It's not user-friendly. You've been saying 2 issues. Even with the company can't figure out what's happening. Oh boy. That's always a good sign. Like with Deltek, we do our travel authorization and reports in there as well as our timekeeping. They would tell us like when we're going to go on a trip that requires an air ticket, like an airline and a flight and all that stuff. We would have to go to our travel agency with the travel authorization printed out, i.e. digitally printed into a digital PDF. To do that in Deltek is so damn complicated that not only is it near impossible to figure out if you were just trying to do it, like I'm a reasonable person, I'm relatively intelligent, let me see if I can do this. No, it's near impossible because it's very unintuitive what you have to do. And they have to come up with a document to then tell you how to do this, which is probably like an 8-page document because they have to include snapshots and screenshots of actually where buttons to click and what thing to hit. Okay. I think sometime after a few years of this, they finally realized or decided there was like an easier way to generate this information. And now we don't have to do that anymore. But that's the sort of crap with Deltek. It's like, oh, no, you have to click this weird button and then get to this subscreen and unclick this thing. Then you can like, oh my gosh, like who designed this thing? Anyway, yeah. The classic response for something like that is that it's a really powerful piece of software and it does anything you want it to do. And the reason it does everything you want it to do is because they put an option, bell and whistle, and like checkbox on every possible single decision and thing like that. The problem being is then when you want to change something that's not in the standard default, doing so is like, hey, good luck finding what submenu we put this strange thing under. Kind of like your phone is, where it's like, I just want to change this one setting. Where is it? Now, at least on your phone, nowadays, you can search or like volume or something, and you'll get like the top listing of the options you're looking for, but not so with Deltec. Not so with Deltec. VSI. I hadn't heard of that one, but maybe that's for the best. VSI is damn near impossible to figure out how to create an invoice. Executive director does it quite frankly and still spends an hour just to figure out how to make one. Oh, that's... yeah, that's no good. I got to the point, like, you know, my boss would often tell me, like, why don't you have one of our administrators, like, file your travel claim for you? And I was like, because by the time that I had to write out every single thing that they need to file for me, I could have just done it myself and put it into the system myself. So, and then inevitably, they'll come back to me with questions about like, well, what about this? I'm like, so it takes more time. It takes more time for me to tell someone else how to do this than for me to do it myself. So that's another frequent problem with these types of systems. Well, that other thing is possible. If you buy the module that does that, oh, that's a classic. You're like, microtransactions in my game, software company software. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a module. Oh, you wanted to print that out? No. That's an add-on. Coffee, how are you doing? Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I missed anything. Okay. So,
Witch's Brew.
Witch's Brew. Again, Twitch is opening up the Channel Point Redeem Award stuff. So we've got 2 new Channel Point redeems. One for basically a hydrate, but tea specific, and one for changing the hobby, changing what we're doing. And I can add others. So if there's something you would like to add to the redeem wheel, or to the redeems, let me know. When microtransactions come to your yarn you're writing, microtransactions are built in with yarn, right? Because like you've got you know, oh, you want to buy, you've got a purple yarn, but do you have the purple blue yarn? See, so it's built in. Oh, did I miss some dirty Swedish slang? Where was that? Oh, English mouse ball cleaning is kind of fun. In Swedish, it's more nasty because mouse in Swedish is also slang for lady parts. Oh, interesting. That's fun. That's well, there is something in English kind of related to that, apparently. Not that I would know. Yeah, there's a term in English which is double clicking your mouse. Which I believe is a euphemism. I wouldn't know. I don't have a mouse. Yeah, it should be 6 seconds overall. 6 seconds on the tree. Minnie Mouse? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that in the context of this conversation. Oh no! Oh, that was the vomit. You're fine. You got the joke tree. We haven't seen a lot from the joke tree. But you got the vomit. I'm sorry, the fake vomit. Oh, oh, more fake vomit. Why is the fake vomit so popular? What's ironic is we have yet to see the red apple of the joke tree. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens when you bonk and we don't get a message at all. Like when it's not like there's a cooldown. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on when it like when it doesn't. Oh, more vomit. Makes me wonder if the actually, you know what? Let me double check and make sure this thing's working right. And check and take a look at our fake vomit. All right. Okay, less than or equal to 25. All right, it should be working. It should be working. Hey, Carrot! Welcome on in. How's it going, everyone? Oh, okay, it worked. Thank you so much for the raid, Carrot. Hey, if you're not already following the Carrot Cleric, please click on that heart icon right now. Check out the next stream. How are the little duckies going? They look very cute. Teal, how are you doing? Teal Giraffe, good to see you. Welcome on in, everyone. Oh, hey, Shona, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in, everyone. Slugglebert, how's it going? Welcome on in. Lil Von 10, good to see you too. Sorry, I missed a bunch of stuff. Oh, all right. Welcome on in, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Dress Up Code, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in with the raid. How is the darkies are made? They look cute. They look very cute. Carrot Cleric, if you have any like pictures or things you want to share, please do. I would love to show off your duckies, which sounds kind of weird, but I totally mean that. And I missed the timing, but if you're not already following Carrot, go click on the name and click follow and check out the next stream. Usually doing crochet of some sort, but often a variety of things. And you know, nice butt. Oh, you won something on you won something on the Moko stream? What'd you get? Oh, so we got like a squirting flower. Oh, Giraffe, you got a squirting flower. Nice. You guys are getting all the weird trees. You spent most of the day working on the community carrot. Oh, you got a community carrot? Oh. I will admit, sometimes the bonk thing, the timing doesn't work. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's got like a 6-second cooldown. Oh, and you got stickers from Teal. Did you pull out a good fish then? I will eventually work that into the tree. I will eventually work that into the bonking tree where you can get like some cool stickers or something. Or something similar. Now if only you could win stickers or just win the lottery. Mystery bag of 3D printed fidgets. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, I don't have any down here. I am going to be putting fidgets up for the Moko stuff. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, the community carrot. The community carrot. What was the community carrot? Oh, Starbug, thank you so much for the entrance music. You'll have to let me know. What do you want? Or you can tell me later. But I will, I owe Luna Heart entrance music. So I will get both of yours in. What would you like for your entrance music? If you don't know, you can tell me later. You got sticky bonk. All right, I missed a bunch of stuff. I apologize if I missed something. Yeah, if you haven't seen this before, we've got I made up our own version of like the fishing game. It's called Bonkers. And you basically just bonk at the tree, and so you get a random tree and a random item will fall out. We have different trees that have different themed items. For instance, there's a yarn tree, and yarn themed items will fall out of the yarn tree. And we have a mechanism by which you can add more trees and items. I still owe a Ghibli tree. We have a Ghibli tree that's supposed to be on the way. But I added an April Fool's Day tree yesterday, and it's got joke items in it, like fake vomit and other things that we haven't seen yet. So, Community Care is a giant plushie that you add a stitch to for every follow and raid. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Wow. How much were you able to add to it today then? That's a cool idea. Ooh, we got a raw fleece. You found out today that you're moving and have an opportunity to have a complete fresh start. Exciting times, new adventures. Oh, that sounds like, was that expected? Either way, I wish you all the best. I hope it is all wonderful. Sukamath, how are you doing? Happy Friday Eve. By the way, for those that were coming in on the raid or haven't seen this before, we've been working on this pattern here for this shirt. It's been kind of it's been an experience because the pattern itself is poorly written and the yarn is also quite tortuous. So this yarn was a new one for me. It's not like plied. It is 4 loosely associated threads. And what makes that particularly annoying with this pattern is this pattern has lots of treble crochets. And what that means is, particularly on this part of the treble, I have the tendency, like I did just there, to accidentally snag one of the 4 threads. And sometimes I can correct it, which I did not there. And I just had to redo the whole thing. So progress on this has been tortuously slow because this yarn is just fascinating. Okay, see there, I was fine. And there I was fine. Yeah, it's the yarn. I mean, the yarn itself is really quite nice. Like the color transitions. Oops. See, there you go. Right. If you look at the color transitions, it's really quite nice. And the way it works. So what happens with this yarn is the color changes 1 thread at a time. So one of those purple threads will change color to the next color, but just one of them, and you'll go a bit and then the next one will change. And so your changes are much more gradual, which is kind of neat. The downside is you have this very separated yarn, but it has a great drape. It's cotton. It feels great. It's just, it's a pain in the ass to actually work with, which is the unfortunate part. Yeah, they got really nice colors. There's obviously different versions with wonderful color schemes. This is the one that caught my eye for what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, your favorites all in one. There we go. Nice. You can see how annoying that would be. Use similar bamboo and almost quit the it's at the very beginning I was very much like, do I really want to do this? Okay, well here you go. You can't, it's really hard to tell here, but there's the knot that changes the purple into the other purple. So we're actually going from like a blue purple to a red purple. And so it's really hard to see at this transition, but the bluish purple over there is becoming a reddish purple in one of the threads. Actually here. There we go. So it's the second thread from the top that is changing over. So you should be able to see that better there. So the other aspect is, again, the yarn is bad enough, but you couple that with the pattern being poorly written. That's been annoying. Oh, all right, hold on. Okay. You crochet with a similar one. You definitely prefer knitting. Oh yeah, I would be interested to try this with knitting. Okay, we've got a 140 stream streak. If you haven't seen this, we celebrate stream streaks by celebrating with naked frogs. Little naked frogs are going to run across the stream, the bottom of the screen, in celebration of our streaks. So they will be streaking for the streaks. So with that, you got a theme song, Starbuck? Okay, let me do the streaking here, and then we'll get to that. Okay, streakers, let's go. 140 stream streak for Crown of Luminary. Oh, you got 2 chungos and a kitty. All right, let's go. And another kitty. 2 chungos and 2 kitties. Let's go, streakers. 140 stream streak from Crown of Luminary. That was incredible. That's a lot of frogs. There they go. And 1 to grow. Thank you, Lumi, for the 140 stream streak. Yeah. Obviously, we started this a while ago when they started doing the stream streaking, but it's fun to have the little guys running across. And I think I missed another follow again. Thank you for the follows. We do have anonymous follows here, so always welcome to be lurking or say howdy, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, Starbug, what do you got? What do you got for your entrance music? So many frogs, but no Gojo. No Gojo or Julian. 2 chungos and 2 Gojos, though. Or 2 chungos and 2 kitties. Sorry. Oh, the turtles in Time Technogrome. Let's kick shell. Okay. Can you send me a link to the to something? Yeah. Send me a link on like Discord or something. Like DM me. Because what I will do also is I might be able to rip that one. If I can't rip it, I will make a synth version of it. Senzu. We got all the crazy stuff going on here today. No, that should work. That should work fine. Because again, like I can make my own version of it, which is typically safer. Like it shouldn't be a problem. But you never know. All right. I think this is really this is our second row of 6. at Bonkers, you got the senzu beans. Oops. Oh, that's your favorite game? Nice. All right, I've got it. Thank you. Perfect. Turtles in Time. That's right. That's the one that's got bury my shell. No. Yeah, Wounded Knee. That is a great game. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Big Apple, 3 a.m. The sound clips introducing the levels in classic. Sewer surfing. Oh man. All the great classics. You've got most of the sound clips memorized. That's awesome. Oh man. You know, the stupid memories like that, like the 7-year-old me that saw Pac-Man on Atari for the first time was like, that's not Pac-Man. And right, because no one knew enough at that time to be like, well, the processing power that's in an arcade cabinet, you know, isn't achievable in a home unit, and so of course the game is going to look different. So meanwhile, like, confused me is like, why does Pac-Man look so awesome in the arcade, and it looks like this crappy thing on your TV? Which is why, like, when you used to go to the arcade for like the most awesome, incredible things. And so like the first time that the first Turtles game appeared, that thing was like, holy crap, what is this? Because not only was it like a beautiful looking game, but it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was extremely hot at the time. And it actually played like the cartoon, right? It was a mind-blowing game to have discovered in the arcade. It's kind of hard to describe that feeling of like, what is this? Corn, how you doing? Oh yeah, Lumi. No, what? Okay, so I'm behind on the music. What did you have something specific, or was it just something generic? Not generic. Just like something whimsical. I'm writing it down this time because I think I forgot to. That game helped because the video game crash. Pac-Man 2600 was just nothing but flashing lights. It was a nightmare. If you've never seen Pac-Man on the Atari 2600, it's just awful. It's just awful. Okay, it was just something whimsical. Got it. Whimsical more comical or whimsical more fantasy fantastical? Well, we'll at least narrow down that sort of mood of whimsy. If you look up the game for the, yeah, right. Yeah, that's a very much a flashing lights, flashing image game. Less playable than ET. Are they finally picking up our recycle? I think they might be. Cozy fantasy. Okay. No, that's good. Imagine having to sit close up to the TV and play Pac-Man. Once you get the points to redeem, you have royalty-free music files that you paid for. Would you be able to send a... maybe. The question is the royalty-free extend to you? And any use that you choose, or... We're also talking kind of on the order of like 5 seconds. So it's nothing too lengthy. 5 to 8 seconds. There's a cozy fantasy book series called Legends and Lattes. Any use that you choose. Oh, use them on your partner stream. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that would work. Until I find out otherwise. And presumably, if your partner uses them without a problem, then it should be fine for me. Legends and Lattes. Is that like, does it take place at like a cafe? Or some sort of tavern? Purchase as used for your video game. Okay. Should say sold as. Alright. Well, cool. Oh, okay. Orcs opening up a cafe. Oh, you're nice. Oh, that's cute. Is there a preferred blend of orcish coffee? Oh, okay. So you haven't read them yet. They're on their way. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you showed. Okay, yeah, it should be. I'll be at work most of the day, but I usually can like at least drop in once in a while. Speaking of classic, I was wrapping up a paper today, and at work we have a template that we use for our papers. You already know where this is going, but it's much worse than you could possibly imagine. We have a template in Word, Microsoft Word, to do our standard formatting and things like that. Well, we write classified work, right? So I'm on our classified network and I'm writing a classified paper. And when you write classified stuff, you have to mark things, paragraphs and images and things like that based on the classification. Okay. So we have in our template the ability to mark like a paragraph as, you know, secret, unclassified, etc. Okay, all normal and smooth. So I'm going through. I've gotten the paper back from the editor, and I'm taking the editor's comments and, you know, adjudicating them and all that. And I'm noticing like all my paragraphs that were unclassified are now just blank. I mean, the paragraph's still there, but the marker is gone. I'm like, okay, so I go to select the unclassified marker. It's gone. It's not there. Like, okay, well, what the hell? I can't figure it out. I'm like, I got to get this thing over to our admin to process. So I go through and literally have to type in parentheses U and parentheses on like 80 paragraphs. Okay. And I do a run through and I try to check and I send it off. And then I have to leave for the day. And I get an email like 4 hours later or a few hours later saying like, hey, the admin marked a few things that were the classifications missing. You're going to like, come on. So it's classic. I was half tempted to be like, just call them unclassified and send it out. But that's not correct. So I will now go in tomorrow morning and check. Just a few. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see if like, because who knows? I think something got corrupted in the file or something, in that it wasn't like marking things correctly. So I'm dreading that I'm going to open this up and it's going to be like none of my changes saved or something horrible. We shall see. Anyway, we've got ads starting here in about a half a minute. Yeah, no, I'm sure it'll be fine. The annoying thing is it was supposed to go out this afternoon. And so now it's like, all right, well, now we gotta wait. And of course, like I'll be in at 6:30 in the morning. I'll have it fixed by 7, but no one else will get into like 10. They won't finish processing it. I mean, so in other words, it'll be a whole other day before it gets out the door. And it's Good Friday tomorrow, which means no one's going to look at it till Monday anyway. So like, whatever. Whatevs. Okay, we got ads starting here in a second. I'm going to grab some more water and stretch when they hit, and we'll be right back when the ads are done. Assuming no craziness. Oop, okay, there we go. All right, and when we get back, we're gonna have to figure out what we do here. So stand by. We'll see. All right. Oh. There we go. Okay. Ads are almost done. We've got a problem here now with this pattern. Shocking, I know. Oops. Okay. Welcome back. We've got a problem with the pattern here. Or at least I've got a question. Let me finish this last treble. Then we'll talk about what I'm supposed to do here. All right, so all right, just like before, the pattern doesn't tell you how to end the treble crochet row. The problem here is a couple. So we've started, well, here, let me go back to the overhead. No, actually, hold on. Let me go back to this. We are just doing rows along here. We're doing 6 rows back and forth. We're going to add basically 3 sets of treble crochet, 3 of those and 3 of the setup rows, only to the back. We don't get a picture of it, however. So my presumption, right, our first stitch went into the corners and ended in the corners. My presumption is when we get to the end here now, so there's where we started, down in that corner, and we did our row there, and then now we're doing our row back, is that I end the row by doing a treble crochet into here. So in other words, like this. And that's how we end this row. And then I go ahead and I do another row that way. The problem with that is I don't know how that's going to work when we get to doing back here and have to go along here. But I presume I'm not going back into that corner, because then that would get too awkward as I'm getting further up. Like I'm presuming that I need to go like straight out. But again, the pattern doesn't tell you. Right, it just says 3 treble crochets across the row. It doesn't say how to turn around. Which is like really effing annoying with this pattern, by the way. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that that's what we're doing, and we're gonna crochet or chain and turn. And that we're going to go across. I'm going to assume it was like what we were doing before, which is we're going to do a... We're going to do a single crochet here. And then a single crochet here. So we get like 2 single crochets. And then we chain 2 and single crochet. You know what, before we get too far on, let's take a look at what happens. So after we're theoretically done with this back extension, we're going to go back to where we were, and we're going to be on the wrong side, and we're going to do a setup row where we're doing the chain 2, whatever. But we go until the chain 2 corner space of the front panel. And then at the corner, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Then we're going to do chain 3 or chain 21. And that's going to be to fit this. And then we're going to single crochet into the top of the first treble crochet from the back panel extension. Oh, okay. So yeah, we are going to go like into here. Okay, so I think that's right. I think we're okay. We'll see how you actually like account for this. That seems like it's going to be a bit dicey, but I think we'll be okay. I think. This pattern does not engender a lot of trust. Unfortunately. Oh, I missed Sarita. Sarita's on. Oh, Voltaire's on. Oh, there's Plo. All right. Okay, so we're on, oops, row 3, row 1, chain 1, turn. Do the 1 SC in the same stitch C before. Okay. All right, let's finish this. I've got music practice at 7:30 tonight, so I've got to leave in like 2 hours. So we've got a fair amount of time to work on this. I think we should be able to finish the back extension at least. Whoa. Hey, Goshi, how are you doing? Good evening. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, the dinner was really nice. Very nice. Oh, did I miss all the pictures? I did. Clear view. Oh, nice. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, you're at the balcony. Okay, so Goshi went to this izakaya. Izakaya. An izakaya. And, what was your favorite item? So this looks like karaage, fried chicken. Oh, nice. You got the, you got like the dry, oh, you're making pizza dough. Nice. You love the eggplant. Very nice. Oh, that was your brother's. Okay. But you tried and liked. Okay, very nice. Ooh, this looks very good. It's a very rich looking broth. Oh, you got the dessert. Very nice. Check that out. A matcha. Looks excellent. How'd you like the ramen? Oh yeah, so this is the tantan. Yeah, it looks delicious. Chef gave a really prime tuna. Awesome. Yeah, it looks delicious. Eggs look great. Look very tasty. The fish cake here, the Naruto, looks actually decently thick. Sometimes it's like rehydrated and it's not so good. This looks like it might actually have been fresh. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good. Much better that way. I went to a place a couple months ago. It was fine, but it was clearly like a rehydrated Naruto. It was like, eh. Oh, it's eggplant on the top. Oh, that's what this is. This is the eggplant. What? How did they prep that? You saw him cutting it. Okay.
Hello there.
All the top pictures. Oh, okay. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see these two pictures. Oh, okay. That's what you mean by the clear shot of the kitchen. Oh, cool. Neat spot. There's, okay, that's eggplant. Oh, that looks delicious. Could you tell, like Japanese eggplant is typically a little bit different than say like a, this does look like a Japanese eggplant, or not kind of the standard super massive eggplant. It was so soft. Mm. Are you drinking all the broth? Did you pick up the bowl? Eggplant with miso. Very nice. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Mm. You did? Hey, nice. Indeed. I don't know. It feels very comforting to me to like pick up the bowl and have it in both hands, or even in one hand, depending on how big the bowl is, and just be able to like, oh, it just feels very hearty. Like, yes. Instead of like taking this little spoon and like little bit by little bit, like just being able to guzzle it, like, oh, yes. Also, to be fair, right, it's usually a lot of broth, and so like doing it by a spoon would take forever. Hey, Cat's Whispers, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Happy Friday Eve. Happy Monday, Thursday. If you can use happy for Monday, Thursday. How are we getting on with the shirt? It's coming along. I think we're getting there. We're doing the back extension now, and we're about halfway done with the back extension. So, or maybe I'll be more generous and say like 40% done with the back extension. You're using the spoon, but it was, yeah, it'll take forever. Just pick it up and chug. Exactly. That was you encouraging yourself. When it's still early when you're still like at the very beginning and it's very hot and you're still eating the noodles and everything, the spoon is fine, you know, to add a little bit of extra flavor with the broth and everything. But when you've eaten everything in the bowl and there's so much liquid left and it's so wonderfully tasty, the spoon just doesn't cut it anymore. So gotta go double-handed, double-fisted. Oh, the place is really busy. That's nice. That's good to hear. There you go. On a Thursday night. Hey, Jamie Farmer. Yeah, I just slurped that stuff down. Oh, that's right. Your brother was treating, so you left. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool. The service was really good. Oh, that's good too. Oh, tomorrow's holiday, right? Okay. Yeah, a lot of places in the US, like a lot of schools have spring break next week. But typically Good Friday is not like a formal day off. But I think a lot of people will take a half day or just take the whole day off. But it's not a given holiday over here. But that makes sense. Okay, so I guess we're just doing this. Okay. Yeah, the shirt's coming along okay. We're on the back extension, so the pattern calls for doing a couple extra rows only on the back panel. So that's what we're currently doing. We're on row now 4 of 6 here. Jamie, how's your stuff going? You have so many people taking off tomorrow? I think there's like 2 of you in tomorrow between Passover and Good Friday. Yeah. That's not unusual. It's not unusual. I'll be in for most of the day, but I start my day at 6:30, so I'll be out of there by 1:32, if not sooner. I've got to be at church by 6 for rehearsal for the service, so and then that goes from like 7:30 until like 9. And then I have friends coming over for tea at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And I have not cleaned up here, which means I'm getting up at like 6 on Sunday or Saturday to frantically clean for a couple hours and try to make it look like I'm not living in absolute filth. Oh, my work's neat. Well, I try, but don't look too closely. What's my role? I sing in the choir. And I play electric bass and sing in our other music stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have to like, on the plus side, right? I only have a couple hours to clean, so. When you wait till the last minute, right? There's only so much you can do. Do I ever sing on stream? I have a couple times for like practicing pieces. Normally it's just me humming along with the music. I haven't played bass on stream because it's a little bit hard with my setup here, and the bass is a big instrument. I do have a penny whistle. I can play penny whistle, and I did get a ukulele to try to practice on, but I haven't done that much lately. And those I can mic. I can get in the mic pretty well. Those will be on our those are on our wheel. So I've got now, where is it? Zulu wheel. Shafi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. How are you? How have you been? We've got the wheel, which we're going to be using to potentially change what we're doing. And you can see here we've got, right, you can see we've got penny whistle and ukulele on here. So we do have music stuff on here. I also have some music composition stuff up on here. So, oh, wait a minute, what just happened? There we go. You got some yarn. Finish and Cho? What's that? Corn's lurking here. The wheel. Have we heard from Zandra whether she's going to be freeing herself from the small children or the middle-aged children? Oh, you've been fine-ish. I got it. Yeah, I've been doing pretty well. Other than being very old. I'm very old now. I was kind of old before, but now I'm really old. Oh, some ramen. There we go. See? Sandra, now more time for planting some herbs, maybe. I don't know, unless if they're going to buy like a whole warehouse. I think at some point, you know, you plant your herbs and then you just have to kind of wait. Following Goji's picture. Yeah, it's hard to look at all those pictures and be like, I do want to have some ramen right now. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Bum, bum, bum. Yoisho. Okay. This is coming along pretty good. Whoa! Right on my head. Thank you, Lil Vontan, for the boob shine. You know, it makes me sad that I can't find the second book of that series. We were reading that manga series, and it's only 5 books, and I cannot find the second book. It was very sad. Looked like I needed, yeah. Good timing. It's this pattern and this yarn. It's kind of like, if I don't think about it, it's fine. If I try to make it happen, it doesn't work. So you kind of have to like zone out a little bit, not pretend like you're not paying attention. So you're like, don't worry about it. See, goes just smooth there. If I like try to make it be okay, it totally fails. Like that triplet went pretty fast. If they could have all gone this way, I'd be way further ahead on this pattern. which is cray cray. Hey, sure, Misfire. Yeah. How are you doing? How's the new job been? Today's Witch's Brew is knitting by the fire. Speaking of sure misfire. Hold on. Oops. The color change work on today? Yeah, we're on the back extension. We're about halfway through the back extension, so not too bad. So yeah, today's Witch's Brew is knitting by the fire. Knitting by the fire. It is an apricot flavored tea, or an apricot style tea, and uncaffeinated. Yeah, it's really quite tasty. It also, as it gets cool, it actually still tastes pretty good. So it's like it's got apricot, vanilla, and like cinnamon apple, a slight amount of cinnamon apple flavoring in it. So it's a really nice combo. Oops. Anyway. You're bringing your tablet tonight to work on your admission essay. Oh, nice. Oh, you sat around for 2 hours doing nothing both nights. Oh, really? Oh, glorious. You've never been before to work before. Well, cool. Does that mean like you can read a book or study for your MLS, all that stuff? Oh, look at this nightmare. Let's not have that be a thing. Oh boy, this is worrisome. I don't need this happening. Is it my own blend? Yeah. But like through Adagio. So like I blend their teas. Love tea, me too. What kind of tea do you like? Meet a lot of the other staff that will be transferring with you to the new place. Everyone's been lovely. Great. Oh, that's awesome. When does the transfer officially happen? Is it later this month? Do you know also, like, has your previous position been filled yet? Oh, they keep changing it? Supposedly June? Uh-oh. Keeps getting delayed. Yikes. So, like, what they have you doing in the meantime? Mostly blacks and greens, but at night you always drink red tea so you can sleep. Oh, nice. Okay. So I'm curious, what do you consider or call red tea? Which is, it's a funny terminology thing, but in Chinese, red tea is what we typically call black tea. Nope, you're still getting email from your old team. They're having staffing issues. Oh, you're getting like, are you getting like just working at another standalone ER? Okay. Oh, Roy Boss. Okay, I see. Yeah, this knitting by the fire has some Rooibos in it, and it has some honeybush, which is another decaffeinated tea. Although I don't know that you can really call either tea in the sense that they're not Camellia sinensis, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny thing. So like what the Japanese called kocha, and what the Chinese call tea is the character for that is red. But it's what we in English will call black tea. So there's always a funny terminology thing there about like what that means. Part of me is like, should have listened to me when I said we need more people, and then you feel bad for your coworker. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. It's in a way that's kind of like survivor syndrome, right? You got out of a bad situation, but it sucks for the people that you you know that are still stuck there or whatever. Oh yeah. Actually, you know, let me see. Like on, I always find this fascinating, right? Like green tea, black tea, oolong tea, right? It's all the same tea. It's about how the leaves are processed. We'll do a quick diversion here. There should be a useful chart here on the wiki page. Yeah. So this is a really helpful thing, right? So on the right here are the different types of tea, right? Green tea up here, black tea, oolong, white tea, yellow tea, and post-fermented tea, which is typically like pu'er tea and things like that. And it's basically you start at the same thing, which is your fresh tea leaves. And then there's a bunch of different things you can do along the way. And that will tell you what types of tea you get. So for instance, with green tea, typically you're going right from fresh tea leaves to steaming and panning. So you're cooking the tea leaves and heating them. The fixation is basically killing the enzymes. And then you roll and form them and dry them, and that gives you green tea. If instead in that process you do this fermentation thing, that's you get pu'er tea. And then there's a thing you can do to yellow the tea here and get yellow tea. Anyway, instead, if first you put the leaves out in the sun and let them wilt, or let them wilt indoor, then you've got two options. You can bruise them, like you're crushing them. And when you crush and bruise the leaves, that causes these enzymes to get released, and they start to oxidate the tea. The repair mechanisms and all this stuff, it starts to cause this oxidation mechanism. If you let that go to completion, you'll get black tea. And so then that you typically let it go, then you roll it and dry it and you get black tea. If, however, you let the partial oxidation happen, so, it takes a while for that oxidation to happen. If at some point you stop that by then heating it, so you heat the partially oxidated tea leaves, that kills the enzymes, stops the oxidation process. And then you do the shaping and rolling and drying. That's where you get the oolong tea. And oolong can be kind of on the spectrum of green tea to black tea, where green tea is not oxidized and black tea is fully oxidized. The one that I missed here is if you wilt the leaves, but you don't bruise them, and then you bake them, and then you do this, you get white tea. And so, yeah, they all have different kind of flavor tones and whatever. It also depends on the area of where the tea leaves, grew up, the terroir, that sort of thing, kind of like wine. And theoretically, some tea leaves are better processed as a certain type of tea this way, just because it all helps enhance certain flavors better. So it kind of depends. But yeah, so it's all the same process, and you just do different things to the leaves to get the different types of tea. So very, very fascinating process. And then what tea makers will do is they'll blend the teas. So you may have a bunch of different green teas, say, and some will be a little bit more bitter, a little bit, more umami or something like that. And they can blend those to kind of smooth out the flavor tone so it's not so sharp in one direction or something like that. And then sell and market that. So it kind of depends if, like, you're a big tea house where you have like a taste, a certain flavor profile that you're trying to always replicate and trying to keep within certain bounds, versus like a more boutique tea place that's like, no, we just have specialty brews, specialty teas. And this year, this one's really earthy this year or whatever. So anyway, there you go. Tea 101 in 5 minutes. Anyway, sorry. Sherman's fire. You think management thought you were bluffing when you told them, they either hire a person for the blood bank or you leave? They totally got the Pikachu face. No. Well, oh yeah. Yeah. It's, there's a lot of other little variations as well, like pu'er tea, for instance, that fermented tea. Typically, it used to be used more with a large variety of tea leaf, but that seems to be less common nowadays. Like, I mean, that still happens, but that's like less of a thing. Like, if you look at certain black teas that are really popular, usually they go for the really small leaves as like the higher quality. There's some pu'er leaves that are like massive. It's very much more like a coarser tea. And this yarn is getting really, really scary. This is really, really scary. Oh my gosh, this yarn. Yeah, cool. My pleasure. Always fun to talk about tea. Yeah, have fun. Have fun at work. Hope you get to make some good progress on your essay there. Oh, you're adopted from Sri Lanka. Okay. Oh yeah, that'd be fascinating. I don't know. Sri Lanka gets used a lot as like a tea storage place, but I'm not very familiar with the teas that are from that region. Hey, have a good one, Goshi. Oof. Oof. Oh, an online tea store I recommend? You know, it's funny. Like back in the day, there were just a few kind of like good ones. Like smaller boutique shops. Now there's like hundreds of them. So I feel a little bit less confident recommending some just from the sense of there's been such an explosion of like tea market. Man, this yarn just got effed up fast. Like even from, okay. All right, I've got an emergency here. Sorry. Yeah, the yarn was fine, but then like it started to collapse on the inside of the skein. Oh my gosh. And what you would imagine, like the nightmare has happened, which is the individual threads have separated and have knotted individually. So like, I don't even know how to fix this. The places that I order from are still, they're still around, the places I ordered from. I'm blanking on the one major one that I go to. Oh, Essence of Tea. Essence of Tea is a they were originally in Britain, in England, and then they moved it to Malaysia. Oh yeah, Ceylon tea. I've got a lot of Ceylon tea, a black tea. That's sort of like classic black tea. Essence of Tea is much more of a boutique shop, so it'll be more expensive in its offerings. But at the same time, they're also very like organic focused in the sense of they try to make sure that their teas are not using pesticides and on that sort of thing. They're much more in tune with like the local growers. So that's a good spot. I get my green tea from a place called Ocha, o-cha.com. They're based in Japan, but there's a lot of places for green tea. You Know Me Life, and some others. Tea from Taiwan. Yunnan sourcing was always a good place for pu'er tea. I can like put these in Discord or something. A lot of time, if you haven't had a lot of varieties of different types of tea before, one of the common things is just to get samples. So a lot of times the tea vendors will sell 25 grams of a tea, so you'll get a smaller amount of it, but it's a good way to just get you get a few cups out of that tea. So you get a sense of what types of tea you like, different types of oolongs, different types of roasts, blends or whatever. So it's a good way to kind of sample. All right, we're getting down to just this mess. I hope. Okay. I think I got it cleared out. There's still some goofiness somewhere that I'm not sure where, but okay. All right. I've got it cleared out. Holy crap, man. That was a nightmare. Yikes. Mainly black tea. Oh yeah. So I think those are like good opportunities to like find different types of tea and just get samples. I mean, like, so this is like with my friends coming over on Saturday, we're probably going to drink 10 different teas that I've got lined up. I'll have some white tea, some yellow teas, some green oolong, and we'll try all of those. So they'll get like a different, sampling of stuff. And the other thing with tea, like, depending on, if you're a tea bag drinker, all the tea that I'm talking about is loose leaf tea. So you got to have some sort of either infuser or teapot that's designed to take loose leaf tea. And also typically what happens then when you drink that type of tea is that you can steep the leaves multiple times. So for instance, when I prepare a teapot of tea, I'll put in leaves, and then I'll brew it in a way that I'll typically get anywhere from 3 to 8 cups brews out of that teapot. It depends on the tea and a variety of factors, but you can typically brew it a lot of times. Oh, a cherry scented tea. I have something I've tried with that was a decent cherry blended tea. My favorite tea is pu'er tea. I'm a big pu'er fan. So, can you eat the tea? Believe it or not, with Japanese green tea, you can eat the tea. You can eat the leaves for Japanese green tea. Now, unless if you're really sure about how well the tea was grown, I wouldn't recommend it either way, but you can do that. I knew someone that he would add his brewed tea leaves to like rice and eat it. It's just kind of like eating greens. You have separate bags that can hold loosely. Yeah, so you can buy, they're usually like these little pyramid mesh bags. The tea in there is usually better, but I guarantee you there's still not as good a quality as you will get from most of the other places I just mentioned. And also they're not in bags, so. But you do see that a little bit more frequently. And I'm trying to remember some of the other ones, like Crimson Lotus Tea, White Two Tea. Those were all pretty good tea vendors that have been around for a while and aren't kind of like the latest and greatest tea fad sort of thing. It's when you're buying tea here in the US, almost guaranteed you are going through a distributor or someone that's like a middleman. You're not like directly with the farmer. The farmer is either selling in bulk to some tea company that is then buying in bulk and then producing, or some other combination. The Essence of Tea that I mentioned, that's a couple. They go out to China every spring and they go and sample the teas from the people that they know in China, and they buy certain teas and then have them shipped back to Malaysia. So that's an example of probably the closest you're going to get to doing that. And it's just and sometimes you will see like tea vendors in China that have figured out how to market out to Western countries. But they're, good luck. So. Hey, Bench Bear. Ram T question, you recall a friend telling you that he wanted goldfish when he was little and it was still around when he was 17. How his mom kept it going as if he started floating or looking past it. His mom would add a tea bag to his tank. He lived, wow, until it was like 20. No, I hadn't heard that. That's pretty amazing. That's wild. Like, so the tea kept the goldfish alive? Is he sure that the mother just didn't like buy a new goldfish? That was oh yeah, no, the tea bag totally saved it. Look, still alive. Yeah, I don't know. That seems more likely. Although I have heard goldfish can live to like actually quite long if you take care of them well. So maybe. Oh, you have empty bags you can fill. Okay. I mean, right, that's just like get an infuser. That's the sort of thing your mom would do. Yeah, I was totally the tea. If you're a tea maker, you want to sell your tea, have your label be pictures of cats wearing photoshopped cowboy hats. I'm close. I'm kind of close, right? I've got tigers on every. Oops, that's the wrong thing here. Right? I've got tigers on my tea, right? Cookie Kabuki here. Dream buns. Check out these buns. I drew that one. This is my favorite. This is my favorite because this is it's a decaffeinated tea, right? So get it, dream buns. Oh, and it's like an orange cinnamon bun flavoring. Anyway, yeah, we made it past the blue. We're in the purple. If I made a caffeinated version of it, it would probably be like Buns of Steel. Yeah, well, I don't really sell the tea. I've got all those blends that I've made on Adagio. I am about to put up on Ko-fi. I will be making like my own tea blend with incense pairings. So I've got that ready to go. I've got like a cinnamon tea, and I've got my version of the Cookie Kabuki. And I will have that with pairings of incense. So yeah, I was testing out the cinnamon incense, and it was like taking a while to get a version that actually burned consistently. But I think I've finally gotten it. Yeah, let's see if you go. There you go. Oops. There. You can see all the current things I have. Now again, keep in mind, this is through Adagio, which means I'm taking their teas and I've mixed them in certain proportions to create new blends, new mixes that I think are interesting. So there's a mango tea in there. I think there's a cherry tea. I don't think I have that one out. No, I don't have the cherry one out. But I do have a cherry blend. Some of them are decaffeinated, some of them are caffeinated. I think it tells you. Anyway. But like I said, the ones that I'm preparing are like, I have them here as opposed to through Adagio. And actually, so one of the funny things is the Cookie Kabuki, which actually turns out to be really good. The Cookie Kabuki is based on a cookie cha. Cookie cha is a stem tea of Japanese like tea. It's like the stems. Well, it turns out the cookie cha can be green, like you would pick it, or you can roast it and it gets brown. So I ordered the brown cookie cha, and I'm going to blend up a version of it, and I'm going to call it Cookier Kabukier. So we'll have Cookie Kabuki for green, then there'll be Cookier Kabukier for roasted. And then, and I've also seen like a really dark roast cookie cha, so I think that would be Cookiest Kabukiest. Oh, Moonlit Jungle. I will say that is probably one of my more favorite blends. It's like coconut and cream with the Earl Grey. It's a really nice combo. That's probably one of my more favorite ones. Yeah, Maple Delight's also good. Now I will say the way that Adagio sets these up is you can buy a sample tin, which actually, so it looks like this. This is the sample tin. So it's kind of cool because you get like a neat little tin, but it is expensive comparatively. But it's cheaper than buying more, right? You can buy a pouch, which is just like a bag that's pitchable, or you're paying more. You're paying a fair amount for this box. It's a nice box. It's like a tin box, and it's a bigger version of the art and whatever. But that's a bit more pricey. So, you know, and also they say like makes 5 cups. I brew my tea pretty strong. So these tins usually made like 3 cups for me. Three or maybe 4, depending. But right, that's the funny thing. When you're not stuck with a tea bag that you're getting from the store, you can dial up the amount of tea that you want to brew. And so you can actually brew your tea much stronger, which is kind of nice. I tend to brew my tea pretty strong. Which is why now if I'm brewing up a cup of like tea bag tea, I will typically throw in 2 bags in a cup rather than just 1. Sometimes 3. Alpaca, how are you doing? Yeah, I know. So the other thing about the tea stuff is, now I've heard this from people. I cannot verify for you, so it would be helpful to know from people that I don't drink coffee. But the description I've got from coffee drinkers is that tea tends to be more of a gentle caffeination rather than like a coffee caffeination, which is sometimes described as like jittery. So don't know if that's real or not. Since I don't really drink coffee, I can't compare. Alpaca, how are you doing? You're sorting through your freelance cleaning expenses. Oh, good luck. Is that for like tax deduction stuff? Coming out alert to say tea bags, ew. Sometimes you gotta just go with what's available. Although I will say, I get really pissed when I go to a restaurant and they have tea on the menu and I order it and they bring out you a box of tea bags. It's like, really? Like, I realize you think this box is really fancy, but really? Yeah. Oh, how much money you spend on gas? Oh man, I can't imagine. Ugh, good luck. There's theoretically something I can do related to hobby streaming to account for certain expenses, but I haven't figured out how to do it in a way that just won't get me in trouble. So maybe someday, because there's a fine line if you're not like actually a business, which I am not. But there are certain things that you could theoretically account for that you wouldn't normally pay for. But again, it's like I would need to consult a tax specialist to see how to do that how to do it correctly. You totally tried the Dream Buns? You don't have any decaf tea, but you were like, the box? Yeah, maybe I'll try to come up with a caffeinated version of it. I'd have to test it out first. But like one reason is like the tea I have now and the tea that I drink during stream, it really needs to be decaffeinated. Because if I'm drinking green tea right now, I'm not getting to sleep till like 2 a.m. green tea for me has some sort of like really subtle, your brain is now on mechanism. And I've had many nights where I've had some green tea at like 5 or 6 p.m. and then at like literally 1 a.m. I'm like, I'm very tired, but brain can't shut off brain. Because normally I wouldn't do decaffeinated tea either. But matcha or yerba mate will mess you right the F up, same as coffee. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see matcha because I mean, right, you're ingesting all of the tea. Yeah, so matcha in that sense is even more dangerous. Like for me, like having a matcha dessert for dinner, no. If I see matcha in a dessert, like no way in hell am I having that thing. Oh, your stomach doesn't do coffee, so tea is your caffeine of choice. Hey. You'd hope to find more tea in Korea, but they're a land of coffee drinkers. Oh yeah, some good matcha. Yeah, you're close to a good source. Yeah, you'd probably have to go to like probably some good tea from China nearby or something. Some teas get sold, like pu'er tea tends to get sold as like a weight loss thing. It's a total market hype thing. But it's not uncommon to see it being just marketed as a weight loss thing. Most of the teas you have are caffeinated, and you're a coffee drinker, so you should lean towards decaf. All right. So we're gonna do. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're on row 5. Oh yeah, but teas for sleep. You have to use them wisely. Oh, they do their job. Well, that's good. It's good to have something like that. I don't know that I've ever quite yet found a sleepy time tea. Chamomile. Oh yeah. Hey, there you go. Chamomiles are good. I had a couple chamomile blends, but I have to be careful with those. I didn't want to drink them on stream. Alright. Hey, DJ Kyoto. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Oop. We were just talking tea. Twitch, they put out the new channel point redeem stuff. So we've got 2 new channel point redeems. So right, they have the whole gigantify emote and like highlight your message and celebration on whatever that they've had now for a while. they've opened it up now where creators can create their own versions of that. Basically, they're letting you create channel point rewards that are bits instead of channel points. That's in essence all that they've done. Okay, so fine. Now when you click on the little channel point icon, you'll see those at the top that are like bit powered, and then the channel point ones will be below. So anyway, they're opening that up in beta, and I signed up yesterday. I got the email like 3 hours ago that like, hey, you're in. So I quickly just threw in 2. One is basically a hydrate. It's the Witch's Brew, which is a Homestar Runner joke, if you know Homestar Runner. Witch's Brew, that's like basically hydrate with tea, but bits. And the other one is Spin the Wheel, which is basically change what we're doing using the hobby wheel. That's what this is down here. What rewards to add? If there's something that you would say like, hey, let's add this. Remember, it has to be bit activated, and the minimum is 10 bits. Let me know though, and I will add it. So again, it's a new feature on Twitch, or it's sort of like an expansion of the stuff that they implemented last year. But we can basically do anything we want with it, because I can link it in with mix it up and trigger any sort of like weird thing. So anyway. Doing okay for now. Other than that, felt like a bad Monday this morning. Oh boy. Well, on the plus side, it's a Thursday. It's actually at the other end of the week. Mostly. I think. I'm sort of like a third of the way through my busy period. I've got one more rehearsal tonight here in an hour that I got to leave for. We've got Good Friday service tomorrow night. I got the tea time with friends on Saturday morning. And then we've got the Easter double services on Sunday morning. And then I'm going over to a friend's house for lunch. And then I get to actually like curl into a ball and try to recover before work starts on Monday. Whoops. All right. I'm curious if we're going to hit the second color change here. Or not. Before we get back. Oh, you're getting off that. Oh yeah, Tea to Ponder. Yeah, Sukibeth, if you write in the Tea channel in Discord and remind me, I can post some of those places later. But yeah, no, thank you. Have a good one. Hope you have a good evening. It got strangely cold here. Like yesterday was 80, tomorrow is 80, today it's like 60. Like I don't know what's going on. Sankoi, how are you doing? Most Empire daughters for some reason feels the need to scream over every minor inconvenience. She's not even a teenager yet. Ugh. Like, girl, you're too young for this. You eating pizza and actually alive? Ooh, that's like two good things. Pizza and being alive. I like that. Although I've never tried pizza when I'm dead, so I can't speak to it might actually be better. Like zombie pizza? Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. That's on you. It's been too cold up here. You've been fanning out the cold weather. That's right. Starbug. You're letting out the heat, or whatever the... Close the doors up there. The cold's escaping. I'm doing pretty well. I'm just grappling with all the billions of things I have to do. I actually got through most of the like papers that I've had to write, which is good. Ugh. All right, let's just do this over. There we go. All right, we got a weird knot here that I think I've got to try to fix. All right, give me a second here. I need to address this knot. Okay. Not good. Gag reflex noises? Last night she had some of your soda, threw up a little. From carbonation. Don't scream because the dog happened to sniff your elbow. Oh. Don't be Lucy. Oh boy. Drama. Drama. Too young for drama. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this knot, but I can't get it to budge. And, that's not good. You sniffed my root beer. Got doggy smells on my stuff. Never too young for drama, yeah, I guess. That's funny. Huh. Alright, I don't know what is going on here. I feel like if I had a sharper needle, I could maybe actually undo this. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I know where I've got something that's maybe sharp enough. I'll be right back.
Hello there.
Listen to the tea young and always be hydrated at work. Oop. Okay. All right, are we ready for this? This isn't sharp enough. I need like an actual needle. So honestly, the real trick here is going to be trying to undo this without breaking the thread. It's a very weak thread individually. So I feel like there's a high risk of me just accidentally snapping it. Oh, did that get it? That got it. Holy crappers. Holy crappers on a shit biscuit. She screamed because you put some drink in a cup instead of handing her the container just now. One of those days. Children. Can't live with them. Knot is no longer a knot. It's not a knot. Off to work. Hey, have fun. Well, we'll be out of here in like... I'll be out of here in 40 minutes. So... You'll never understand kid logic. That's because it's usually some amalgamation of like cartoons and reality. They've seen something on TV or some other internet thing, and they've merged that in with reality. And to them, it is all one. Yeah, that's right. They don't even get their own logic. There's no such thing as logic. It's like cartoon. Like the ability to walk off on a cliff and be able to like hover for until you look down. It's that sort of logic. Only once it's empty, you can fill it up. Oh, your grandma requires this cup. Oh, to be entirely empty, you're not allowed to read. Okay. That's cute. Like, no, at that time. Must be fully empty. Completely empty. Completely empty. Something like that. All right, we're on the last row. Oh, crap. Well, maybe not. Chain 3 turtle. Oof. Oofy McDoofles. She was about to do the toddler tantrum thing where they ragdoll when you put them down, when you made her get out of the pantry. Dog fixed her just now. He licked her face. She didn't like it, so she sat up. There we go. Take that. Child tantrum. Weak to dog licks. All right. See, no, that kind of annoys me. I'm gonna go back and fix that. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. I think we're good. There we go. So today's Thursday. Okay, we're on the last row here. There we go. You had to put a dog in kennel. Everyone else in the household being so needy, including the cat, for his own sanity to protect the dog. That's funny. Protect the dog, put the dog away. Rika says just so messed up between moving and your boss deciding you're going to work from home because of Easter. Oh no. Have you finished the move, Alpaca, or is it this weekend? Yeah, that's right. Like, dog, I'm putting you away for your own safety. Trust me. All right. It's Thursday trying to be a Monday. There's definitely been a mood this week. All your stuff is there? Okay. Now it's just nitpicky stuff and organizing. Okay. Are you on mobile, or do you have like another setup that you've already gotten up and running? Oh, you've got another setup. Oh, nice. Well, congratulations. That to me is probably the more anxiety part. It's like, okay, is everything gonna turn back on? Is everything gonna be plugged in right? I've got so much crap now with like the stream setup. I would probably need to write everything down and be like, okay, this is my current setup. This is what plugs into what. Otherwise, I doubt I would be able to replicate it. It used to be a lot simpler. Now there's like USB lights, stream decks, cameras. Oh my gosh. The amount of crap hooked up to my computer now is pretty ridiculous. We're supposed to have a Zoom job interview next week. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. You're all set. Well, good luck with the interview. Throw on the male cat being a diva. Oh boy. Well, if everyone else is going crazy, right? The cat better be there in the middle with the also getting attention for crazy. Ugh. Oh, he's getting used to dog presence. Chose a bad time. Cat was on the floor, free from the dog, and they were staring at each other. Cat walked away. Oh boy. I got my eye on you, dog. You're torn. Better pay. Oh, it's a night shift job, so you'd never see your potential boyfriend because he works early mornings. That's rough. Is it a remote job or is it a on-site job? It's on-site. Okay, so there's that as well, but it's much closer to your place. Okay, well. Cat returned wanting to be on your laptop charged in the kitchen. By the time dog wanted to play, want to investigate cat in friendly manner. Cat hissed, backed up, still wanted to sniff. Uh-oh. Wasn't listening to your no when he wanted to sniff. And you're like, cat, I know you have a brain. Leave the damn room. Oh boy. The fur children. Fur children, get along, please. You didn't want cats to start a fight? Doggo was like, fine being friendo. Yeah, it's all fine until one of them puts an eye out. Oh, daughter tired doggo out? And he tired himself out by running around? You see cat picking around the corner and they're just staring at each other. The dog did not engage. You were only away for an hour and a half during all this? Oh, dog barking at the window again. Okay. Go to the kennel. All right. Cat's just not in the mood. Oh, well. I think I did that okay. Cat is the one that entered the room on his own. He has all his stuff in the bedroom. He could have just stayed there, but no, he wanted to be in the kitchen. Of course. Peggy is Mr. Peggy is Squidward because you call him Pegward. Severus is SpongeBob. There you go. Pork, how are you doing? Good evening. How goes? Oops. They who, that's who they act like. Yeah, right. Well, there you go. That's like your perfect casting for them. You'll have to get little costumes. Dress them up. Tired and disheartened? Oh, I'm sorry. No luck on anything, I take it. How has Shell been doing? No, and you're on day 4 of the IRS just disconnecting you after multiple hour wait times. Oh. Well. Good luck. Is that for like basic questions or? I had heard some point before that like it was like getting really hard to get a hold of someone to actually ask questions. She still got her off her arms. You're still borked, really. And the perimenopause is really making life more difficult. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there any like change of prognosis for the arms? Oops, oops, erg. This yarn, way too easy to snag. You had to live off your final 401k distribution last year, and that bumped you into a new tax bracket. So, oh my gosh. Which is just completely impossible. Yeah, right. Wow. Doctor's been all but worthless. Come back once every 3 months for physical therapy. We won't give you meds. Wow. Okay. I remember you saying that she's basically got like, what was it? Tennis and golf elbow. Like the sort of opposite syndromes simultaneously, which totally dorks up any options. Yeah. How do you get both? like having narcolepsy and insomnia. Well, that sucks. So basically, I'm never going to sleep when I want to sleep. Yes. Okay. All right. Just so we're clear. Basically. One of those stupid things. Every time I think about or say the word narcolepsy, I think of an unfortunate friend that was talking about someone with narcolepsy, but mix it up with necrophilia. They're like, really? Like what? They were talking about someone that had narcolepsy, but they had necrophilia. Like, really? Huh. Usually not something you talk openly about. Oh, man. Partner would have to be pretty dead in bed, but yeah. Bulba babe, how's it going? What have you walked into? Just normal random chit chat, you know, narcolepsy, that sort of thing. As one is wont to do when dealing with this horrific yarn and trying to escape from the pain that is dealing with this yarn. I'm almost done with this row. That's right. Well, the lesson is obviously make sure you know which one you're talking about. It was a weird chain of events. I was likening someone who has like simultaneous opposite syndromes to having narcolepsy and insomnia simultaneously. And that just led me to the story about a friend confusing narcolepsy with necrophilia. Anyway, totally logical chain of thought. Oh, you knit? You haven't crocheted in a hot minute? Very nice. What are you currently knitting on? We just finished up a knitting pattern a couple weeks ago. I did, where is it? There we go. I just finished up this shirt, this polo shirt. We were working on that since late January. So finished it up, and this project came up from an acquaintance, and you know, the pattern is very poor. The pattern is poorly written, and the yarn is very difficult to work with. So it's been quite interesting. The yarn is basically it's not really plied at all, not really twisted. So it's four threads, and it makes for lots of snagging going on here. So your brain goes through topics like that all the time. One for it's just like ping, 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 chaining along. Then you look back like, how did I get here? Whatever. You can only do straight long things like a scarf. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is kind of like embroidery floss. But as you can see, right, so one neat thing about the yarn is that those four threads will change colors separately. So you get a much more subtle gradation because only one of the threads will change color at a time. So you can see the slow shift to dark blue to purple. And then we're shifting here from a blue purple to a red purple. So it is a really nice gradation that happens. Yeah, it ombres, but like in a much more gradual way, because the yarn slowly changes rather than like sudden change. So it's kind of cool. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with. It's just one downside. It's terrible to work with. Yeah, it's always fun to use yarn, color changing yarn. This is my first time using a yarn that changes like this, and it's been challenging to get used to. Like you'll see when I'm doing these treble crochets like this, that stitch in particular is really easy to snag just one of those four by accident, which usually then means unraveling and doing it again. So it's a little bit slower going. Like these are going pretty okay. Like that was all smooth, but I'll have times where it takes me like 2 or 3 times to get the stitch right. And it's just frustrating at times. Right now we're making this is another shirt, right? It's this shirt over here. We've got the major part of the upper yoke done of the shirt. And right now we're doing a back extension. So we're doing some extra rows along the back to help with the shaping there. And we're about to get back to the overall, and we're going to start to shape with the arms. So all right. Oh, that was not clean. All right. Try this again. That was pretty good. Woo! Good news. Oh, you got all the recipe or the receipts. Nice. Congratulations. Hey, at least you were organized to have them all in one spot, right? You're doing the seed stitch and your hands sometimes just move into the knit stitch instead of doing the one purl. And, oh, yeah. Yeah. That's never fun when you look down and it's like, whoops. Like you just went on autopilot and did one thing as opposed to like whatever pattern you were supposed to doing. Like, oh. All right, well, guess I'll go fix that. Thanks, you're getting dinner and then worrying about gas mileage to and from. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, so the receipts weren't for the. Good luck. Yeah, then you gotta frog it, or depending on, I may like wait and fix it when I go back around and then just drop down and fix, depending on how many stitches it is. Like me tinking with knitting, I just hate it. Like, ugh. So sometimes I'll just repair it on the way back. Well, we got ads starting in a few seconds. We'll have about 33 minutes, 30 minutes, about 3 minutes of ads. I gotta leave in about like 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna power through. You know, we're pretty close to the end here anyway. Maybe I should just, well, it would help if I did my treble. Anyway, ads soon. I'll be here. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do. Okay, that's the end of row 6. So we've done our 3 rows. This is where I noticed like an error. But it all looks good. Looks good. And we didn't get to the second color change. So that's good. Oh, there go the ads. You categorize knitting and crochet like geometry and algebra. People like one over the other. Yeah. They have their strengths and weaknesses. They definitely have their strengths and weaknesses. Oops. Oh. Oh, let's see. Twitch was being Twitch when they rolled out this this new channel point redeem. It had the wrong link. The link went to Twitch at username or whatever instead of actually putting in your username. Which it was obvious. You looked at the URL and it was like, okay, that's not right. And you could do it or whatever. So, but they had to resend out an email and an alert. Like, oh guys, come on. Classic. All right. Do. Okay, so. Oh. Where am I looking here? Where's my pattern? All right. So we're done with this. Cut and fasten the arm. Now we're going to do the body and the armholes. We're going to pick up where we left off. And we're going to do this stuff. And then... Okay. Row 3 to any number of rows you want. Okay, so we're making now this part of the shirt. Now the sad part is you see the colors here? They're barely halfway through the skein at this point. I'm more than halfway through the skein at this point. So we're definitely going to get down to the black here. So I'm going to have the, you know what I may do? I may start just using the skein, a second skein, and using it from the outside. That'll probably be what I do. So we'll be like more black on the bottom. It'll just be more black, and maybe it'll start to get back to purple again. But that will be how we kind of go, I guess. It looks like we've got to do about 32 more rows, which is a lot of rows. That is a lot of rows, man. Oh God, that's a lot of rows. And they're even longer. They're even longer at this point, which just sucks. All right, well, that's where we're headed with this thing. Let's see. You know, I really might consider, it's probably too late. Like, it would be fascinating, right? Because we went from this blue to black. It would be fascinating to go from this black to this pink, but it's not gonna, the shirt's not gonna be long enough for that, certainly. And at most we would just get to the purple, which I can achieve from the, from what I already have. And I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do to the yarn. Just, well, they want you to start. Yeah, I don't know. You're supposed to start like at the point where the yarn is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether we're gonna have enough. It's gonna be dubious. I am dubious. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, it's a lot of rows. And I have a sneaky suspicion that 32 is still not going to be enough because I'm longer. So it probably needs to be even more. At this point, we've already done what? 25 rows? Yeah, we're supposed to do more than... yeah, there's no way. There's no way this game is lasting that long. I should have gotten 4 skeins. Oh well, live and learn, right? All right, well, so we are done. We are done, which means I can cut the yarn. And we will sew that in. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so that is secure. So we'll be starting again. We're going back to the beginning. And we're gonna restart here. And when we get here, we're basically gonna do a thing where we like do this. We're going to skip this. That's going to start to create the armhole. And we're actually going to create a chain in between the two and go across. So maybe it won't be completely longer. Because we'll lose these stitches, but we'll gain like, what is it? A 21 chain, which will be 7. Okay, so that's actually a substantive drop. So it'll be minus 7 that we'll have lost out of this, which is a fair amount of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. It's like 29 or 30 groups of 3 along here. And we'll be keeping 7 out of it. So that's actually a substantive reduction. Now we will go back and crochet here. But again, here's the problem. When we pick up with the sleeve, we're supposed to start about this point, which is at the purple point. And if I'm going to use one of the extra skeins at the end of the bottom of the shirt from the outside just to get the black, I think we're going to end up encroaching into the part where we're going to need for the sleeve. Meaning I don't think I have enough yarn. That's the bottom line. The only other thing I can possibly think, how could we prevent this? Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. I've got to get going. I've got to get to music practice. So thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate all the chatter, all the lurking, all the fun. We're going to go raid. We are going to go raid Supreme. Supreme is pushing for partner. So we're going to raid Supreme. If you don't mind lurking there for a bit, that will help Supreme in the partner push. Thank you everyone again for hanging out. If you stuck around from Starbucks raid, and if you stuck around from Carrot Cleric's raid, thank you so much. I appreciate you all hanging out. Again, hope you all have a good rest of your week here. I will be streaming tomorrow, but it will be very short. It'll be very short tomorrow because I have to get to rehearsal by 6. So maybe an hour or 2. So we'll see. But we'll mostly be working on that thing again. Again, hope you all have a good one. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated. And I will catch y'all next time again. Again, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.